The Auditor General is auditing. Why don't you audit this value which is lost? Why have you never reported it? Auditor General is just reporting nothing here, nothing here. It's really so annoying. So annoying, you almost want to, our background, the other side, before we came to put on ties. It's so annoying. What are you auditing? You are losing. When you export unprocessed coffee, you get $2.5 a kilo. That same kilo, if you add value to it a bit more, you need a bit more to get the same kilo. But you end up, you earn about $40. And you are losing that every year. And that's no problem. No problem to Auditor General. No problem to our committees of parliament, Committee of Economy, what are you? Why don't you see these laws? And especially if some old man like me, I keep telling you, and you have seen what other countries have done. A country like South Korea has nothing. It doesn't have the resources that Uganda has. They are using mainly intellectual labor. So therefore, I appeal to everybody concerned to wake up. You have heard what the man from Chicago or from some place was telling you, that the transport economy is worth $17 trillion. That's what he said. $17 trillion. Africa is getting none of that. All that is going to other people. Now, within the knowledge economy, there is the pathogenic economy, which MUSEVENI knows about. And I was glad I had somebody from, I think it's Mukedi. Somebody was talking about biotechnology. Who is this one? Let me see him again. Come. Introduce yourself. Who are you? Why do you sound informed? Africans are not supposed to be informed.
Your Excellency, my name is Boss Gombe. I'm an agriculturalist, but I'm now...
You studied agriculture?
Yes, Your Excellency.
Where, Makerere?
Yes, Your Excellency.
And where do you come from?
I come from Busia.
Busia? Yes. Abasami?
Numusami.
Abasami bavire Mundoro?
No, me, I'm not Mundoro.
Oh, very good.
Yes.
You are the only one who is not Mundoro.
That's very good.
Thank you very much. Now, thank you. So my team, better not that man. Omona, that man, you note him and call him for me. Because what he was saying is very, very crucial. Because if we are going to export our products, we must ensure that they don't have too many of these chemicals which are used to kill pests. We already have one of our people, Dr. Kahwa, who is developing a vaccine against ticks, where the cow will be vaccinated and the cow kills the ticks. Any tick which bites the cow dies. The cow, instead of being a victim, will be a hunter of ticks. That will do away with all these chemicals which every week in Exos Roactora, I must put the cows in those chemicals, in the deep. But if we can have a biological way of dealing with the ticks, it will be very good for the quality of our products, our milk, our beef. So that man, the idea of getting bio solutions. You remember when we had this echido ekyokunyanja, the water hyacinths. That water hyacinths, all the bays near Entebbe, and even here at the dam, I used to see it. We went to South America, we got akauka, a beetle, an insect, which just eats the water hyacinths. That's how we got rid of it, by using an insect to eat the echido. Cleared it. I hope my people preserved the insect. They didn't forget about it. So the biological solutions are very good. So I'm very grateful to Irene Birungi. She's one of my staff. Stand up and they see you. She's one of my staff. She's the one who has been following this. And she links up with my daughter, Barbara, and then my other daughter, the one from Buyukwe, you know those Buyukwe people? This is Aisha now. The Aisha Kasoro. They have been very active in the forum, and they help the government at no cost to the government by bringing out the loopholes in the government system, the gaps and the mistakes and the distortions. Now we have given the list to the Prime Minister. We are going to discuss it, and we shall come back to you within about 2-3 weeks. We shall come back to you. We shall deal with each item. We shall deal with each item by item, each problem. Now, but some of the issues are clear. I can straight away say those which don't need much discussion, like the offtake. If you make the electric buses, the government will buy them. Will buy them for institutions. We'll buy them for the schools, for the army, for the. We shall buy them for the government institutions. Now, on the data sharing, the data sharing. You heard how somebody said, bitukoya. Okuva mu kitongole kino n'ogenda mu kiri bakusaba byebimu. Why don't those departments share? I now direct the Prime Minister to ensure that these departments share data about business. Should order them because they like to be emperors. This one is an emperor here, this one is an emperor there. But now the Prime Minister is going to make sure that they share that data. If they have information about this one, you don't have to go to all those URA, Investment Authority, then from there to Minister of Trade. Then they should share. Get in touch with the Prime Minister and you guide how you want it to be done. Because these are not secrets. What are they hiding? The UDB lending below 10%. Yes, it can be done because the inflation rate now has come down. in other parts of the world, people are suffering with inflation. You can check. All of them are bad off. Atena Bagamba, you remember I told you, when people were panicking, subsidized fuel, fuel. Abantu bagenda mu night club nimbakwatirako. Bagenda mu bikeesa, akasente kenandibadde nteeka mu kiira ninkateeka mu fuel ey'okugenda mu night club. Nze ndi muyeekera ekitali mu magoba sikikola. Now you have seen inflation now is, I was seeing it's now 3.9%. You check on your internet. It must be among the lowest in the world. You go and check. Oh, there's no wheat. Wheat, you eat muhogo. What do you want to? I don't eat wheat at all. I don't eat bread myself. I don't eat bread. I don't eat rice. If it's not coming, you eat our muhogo. You see, I am here. I'm now going to be 79. Ndiku muhogo. Nakalo. Recently I was in Serbia, and me when I travel with my own food. Siriya bibi na binda abarabari ebyo mu nyanja simanye biki bya nze mbere mu rukora se ebyo sibiria. So I was in Serbia. I was eating my kalo, and the president said, what are you eating? I said, Your Excellency, I am eating jakalo. Nkueko said, okay, the man enjoyed the kalo. Africa simanyi buli kijja kibatwala. It's really terrible. Africa. No. What's wrong with millet? Is the richest food on earth. If you say you have got scientists here, they can tell you that millet has got protein, carbohydrate, iron in one food. There is no other food which is like that. Now coming to Rebecca said she was going to work on raw material, intermediate product. I thought that was clear, that raw material would be the one to come in at 0%, zero tax. Intermediate product, 10%. But that is if we are not making them here ourselves. If we are making, for instance, at one time, whenever I would visit this, the steel factory which was here, the one of casements, in the very beginning they were importing what they call steel billets from Zimbabwe. I remember in the very early days. But later on they started making the steel billets themselves. So if we are making the raw material here, why do you import it? Number two, if we are making the intermediate products here, why do you import it? We should agree that yes, even the raw materials should come in zero tax, as long as we are not producing them ourselves here. But if we are, why do you undermine us? And how about the intermediate products like the steel billets? Because steel billets are intermediate products. But we shall discuss all that. Right Honorable Rebecca will follow it up and we shall discuss it. VIP status, ako kantu katono. Mutuwe list y'abantu abatutumufu ennyo. Give it to the Prime Minister. Bemula bamwe kati abakatwe nabo bobanaje ntunaffe tuli VIP enamba yinza kutuyitirako naye mmwe abali mu kintu mutulagirire nti ono ye mututu mufudala ono ye katongoro ono ye then we shall give them VIP status. Now, swapping the land, I didn't get the issue well. The one of the forest, there's a forest here. The man from Kamuri was saying, Walwe Chibira, Obero Kobachi. Did I get you into Walwe Chibira, Magara Muchfure Industrial Park, Echibira to Kisenguli to Kitwara Warara? Chobero Koba.
Your Excellency, wano waliwo Echibira Mutai Forest Reserve, part of which was degazetted to have this industrial park.
So you want to degazette all of it, and will you give me alternative land for Echibira somewhere?
Your Excellency, Kamuli District Council yaikiriza okutuwa Chige tuizeye Echibira.
Chige yange ate. Chige is my citrus. Suwendimira citrus how?
Yeah, citrus, I tulikusubira okutamu macadamia and avocado to replace the trees. Ate nga ni Chige baba ya Chabazinga.
Whether Chabazinga or not, whether Chabazinga or not, it was for fruits.
Yes, Your Excellency.
Now this is a Chibera, which is a different role. Get me some other land. Not Chige, whether it is central government or whoever uses it should use it for maybe another industrial park there linked with the not for Chibera. Chibera, get us some other land.
Your Excellency, we can work around that.
Please, as long as the if you get me alternative land, then I will work on to negotiate this one.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
But I need alternative land for Echibira, not Chige. Chige is for
citrus fruits.
Citrus or any other land use which is around value addition.
We can organize that, Your Excellency. President Yakobye, aida kuikiriza
okuwa.
Thank you.
Now, there was somebody I think who did not understand our decision. Recently, I banned the export of timber. I didn't ban, I said nobody should export timber, which is unprocessed wood. What I want you is so if you are a furniture maker, that's what you want. You need the timber to make the furniture here. So that if you want to export, you export the furniture, not the timber. Now, when it is coming from Congo, I think that one also we should persuade our Congolese friends to make furniture, because that one will be a loophole. They will take our timber, claiming it is coming from Congo. That lack of vision is what I cannot support. That State House, which we built in 2007, the furniture there is all imported. Can you imagine? That's how I called the controller who was there at that time. How can we sit on imported furniture here in Uganda? You don't make a plane, you don't make a computer, you don't make a dagara, you can't even make furniture. Ugo korachi. What sort of people are these? Eh? Then they say we are experts, we are this. Experts of what? Of ignorance? So that's why I cannot support the export of timber and import furniture. No, convert the timber into furniture and export the furniture to those who don't have trees. Like in the, you can imagine people are importing furniture from Dubai, a desert. Abo musenyu baguza abo mukibira Entebbe. Do you think God will? Do we have some religious people here? Because I hear that God punishes those who don't use their talents. This is the story which my daughter Patience has written. What she was calling Esau was cursed. Esau, the one who didn't know how to protect his rights. God blessed Jacob, the thief. You know, Jacob was a thief. He first stole something from him, the other one. Then he stole the blessing of the father as the firstborn. And he was blessed. God blessed the thief because the inheritor did not care. I don't want to be cast like Esau, please. Now, Prime Minister, omusaada okuva Mbale akobye nti industrial park y'Embale esosora abana Mbale tebaguza byebakola eri. Now you come in and let them have a sales office there. The man of Mbale, what are these which they deny you and bring to Kampala? Omugisu, where is he?
Your Excellency, all the production which
example, I'm just interested in some examples.
The products which they are making there, they are making flasks, TV, electronics.
Oh.
So they are not selling to Mbale.
Oh, no. Prime Minister, please. Prime Minister, let them have a sales office for Mbale.
And Your Excellency, on timber, which I talked about importation, that since we want to put our environment in order, there are some timber which we get from Congo, which is mahogany, which we don't have it in Uganda. So I was saying, in Uganda, we can even export wooden tiles.
No. If you import it from Congo to use it here, I support you.
Yes, sir. We are using it here.
But when you export it, you re-export.
No, we don't export it, sir.
If you import it, then use it. I have no problem.
Okay.
But don't re-export it.
That we had requested that since we don't have mahogany here, maybe the taxes they reduce on it to enable us to import it so that the price is fair, Your Excellency.
Or they tax the mahogany?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No, that's a raw material. Why are they taxing? It was wrong in the first place. Prime Minister, you have heard that. Talk with that Mugisu man about importing timber from Congo. Now, Aisha has said, and I totally agree with her, that please, ndowooza omulamu akoba atumula nti woba tomaiti ekintu kivuemu. She said, if these officials don't understand business, they should not be in those meetings. And I totally agree. I totally agree. It's not fair for people who don't know, because we are talking about industrialization. Now, for industrialization, you need either industrial engineers or business people. We don't need administrators. They should not be in those discussions. So those who deploy people, please deploy people who have the capacity to understand, because you waste the time of our private sector to have to interact n'abantu abatayidi omulimo gwe baliku. That's a very good point, which the government people should take very seriously. I'm very happy to know that our Karamojong young man and his friend, they are now manufacturing solar batteries and also making motorbikes, electric motorbikes. That's very good. I want more information on this. Give it to my staff, because I want to see how to support them, and I can even come and commission that project. But I need to inform the audience that we are getting now 2 factories of cement in Karamoja, in Moroto. I got one group, I think they are Chinese, who want to build a cement factory at Nadunget, near the airfield there. And for them, they are going to use the iron ore from north of the mountain. And the Prime Minister should get in touch with them, make sure they get what they want. They want a dedicated power line. And I think they also want a better Maram road from Rupa, where the limestone is, to the factory. A power line and a good Maram road. So follow it up. Mbanchali yao, you know, that's how Africans speak, because they are never in a hurry. Kuna nchini yao, but I'm going to say, an Indian comes. He says, I want to build a factory in Karamoja. Where? The good thing, he was not competing with the Chinese. He wants to build the cement factory at Katkekire. Katkekire down there, south of the mountain. So he also you need to check, Prime Minister, for him, whether there is a reliable power line to Katkekire and also a good Maram road to go there. So now we are going to have 2, because these other cement factories have been importing what they call clinker from outside and adding it on here. Chiringa ngabali abaguro mwenge bigere ne bagusika kati bano bawade baleta clinker from outside and roast and burn it. So now we are going to produce all the clinker we need ourselves, using those two factories in Karamoja. I'm very glad to hear about the hydrogen, the one Senator talked about. So therefore, I want to conclude by thanking the organizers of the CEO Forum and this presidential forum where I interact with the business sector. And Irene in my office has been following it up. This is a very good arrangement. I will always attend whenever you organize, because I get free consultancy. Why would I refuse free consultancy? Abantu bankolera omulimo ndina okubasanyukira ntumwebale nnyo okunyamba. When you decide where to go next time, it's biannual, every 2 years.
Your Excellency, the last retreat, which was in Chove, you agreed that we make it a quarterly meeting.
Quarterly,
So, yes.
That's too much. Half a year.
Right now, we are doing a biannual, so we can as well continue with the biannual.
Biannual means...
Twice a year, Your Excellency.
That's not biannual. That is 2 times a year. Biannual means 2 years.
No, we meant twice in a year.
Oh, okay.
So every after 6 months.
Half a year.
Yes.
Okay, let's maintain half a year. Every quarter will be too much.
Thank you, sir.
Half a year. So I want to thank the Army, Lieutenant General Mujira, and his group. Maybe they stand up if they are here. NEC, where are these NEC people? Abaneka abali wano, mje wano maaso tubalabe. Njoo mbele hapa tuwaone. You see we can stand there in the shade, Maybe you go on the microphone and introduce yourself so that the people, these civilians, can see the potential that they have. You go to the museum and introduce yourselves. What you do in NEC.
Lieutenant General James Mujira, I'm the Managing Director, National Enterprise Corporation.
That one is a lawyer.
Major General Sabit Musei, General Manager, Rural Industries Limited.
What's your qualification?
Biochemist.
He's a biochemist.
Engineer Bohanda Brian, the General Manager in Construction Works and Engineering Limited.
Engineering in what?
I'm a civil engineer.
Okay.
Major Chauffeur Paul Arthur, an electrical engineer, and I'm the head of the electrical works here.
Very good.
Your Excellency, I'm Katongana James, Public Relations Officer.
Oh, you're poco.
Sir, Major Engineer Geoffrey Kaima, I'm a registered civil structure engineer. I'm the site engineer here, sir.
Sir, I'm called Lieutenant Martin Ashawa, mechanical engineer, NECO Works, and I head the mechanical works here.
Very good. So you can see that Your children are educated, they have all the capacity, but the problem has been the backup, the utilization. They are not used. They are not used. This has been the problem. So if really the whole system works up and understand our original point number 5, building an independent, integrated, self-sustaining economy, they will do it. These people are educated. We already have a very good educated workforce. But they don't have any backup. It's a struggle. So this backwardness of Africa is really leadership made by the leaders who don't see far. Thank you very much. Now with these few words, I thank you. What do I do with the forum? I open it or close it?
Your Excellency, you will take a seat. There's a couple of activities before you sign on the documents there. But you're closing the biennial retreat, the fourth biennial retreat.
I close it now or I wait?
I think you wait, Your Excellency.
Let me wait.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I want to invite Ms. Irene, I think you want to run us through. We have certificates we are going to award to some stakeholders by PCF. Please come, Irene. We'll request the Right Honorable Prime Minister to award our stakeholders.
Your Excellency, sir, we thank you so much for once again giving the private sector the platform to be in position to exhibit the potential that they provide to the economic development of this country. Your Excellency, as you have deployed us to come and do the work of mobilizing the CEOs so as to enable them interact directly with government through the ministries, departments, and agencies. So all the achievements that were mentioned before were not done single-handedly by the Presidential CEO Forum. So we wanted, first of all, to appreciate the local participants, those who have been able to engage and give us room to visit them actually at their site of operation. And this is the only way, Your Excellency, we're in position to compile the primary data that informs the position papers that later on inform the policy papers. So I'd want to recognize a few of these private sector participants. I would want to start with Zirowe Agriculture Agro Business Training Association, if they're here present. We would also want to see Mutuma Commercial Agency. We also want to present and recognize Kira Motors. We also want to recognize Tembo Steels. We want to recognize Zembo, Steel and Tube, Roofings, and also as we see them walk to receive these plaques. And it is really in cognition of supporting private sector CEO Forum to champion the conversation of shaping this nation through the socio-economic transformation agenda. We also want, Your Excellency, to mention that we have had several issues that have been presented to your departments, head of departments, and they have sorted these issues in a space of either 1 day, 2 days, or a week. And this reduces on the traffic of several private sector in request to come and meet with you, Your Excellency. And so we would want to recognize Uganda Revenue Authority. We want to recognize Uganda National Bureau of Standards, if present, but also want to recognize URSB. Please, those who have received plaques, stay behind for just a group photo. URSB, Your Excellency, because we had the Eastern Region Conference, we did a pilot on 25 women who are operating under OWC in Iganga. And we found that one of the biggest hurdle or bottleneck was how can they be in position to access certification and be in the knowledge of knowing how they can champion their business. So we worked with Uganda URSB, who supported us with these 25 ladies to receive certification in just a week. But we had to first do a workshop in Iganga, and they're now equipped with knowledge. So that's the reason you will also have a group photo with them for purposes of ensuring that for every regional CEO forum that we conduct, we'll be able to look out for such groups that need support on legal issues that are even provided by PSFU at a pro bono service. So the other participant, I don't know if UR is here. URSB is here. Export Promotion Board has also supported us in profiling and getting some information on the normal products. But also most important, Your Excellency, is the Minister of Finance, Planning and Economic Development, as well as Minister of Trade, because everything that we do with the private sector really is in line with Minister of Finance, Minister of Trade. So we thank you so much. They'll get a group photo, and then the 2 plaques for signing. The one is the biannual now that you have guided us. We'll do the half-yearly CEO forums, and the next one will be in the north, and we'll have it in Gulu. We will be guided by you, Your Excellency, where you'd want the venue to be. Then the other one will be the Presidential CEO Forum Trade Legal Desk. That is what we have labeled it. Thank you, sir.
Very shortly, we will have different group photos, and we are going to arrange that. The President's team will be handling the setup for the group photos. But first, we are going to put the plaques, which His Excellency the President is going to sign. He will first sign the plaque that speaks to the regions. So the first plaque, Your Excellency, is on the regions. I request the Right Honorable Prime Minister, the First Deputy Prime Minister, the Minister of Trade, the Chairman PCF, and the Honorable Member of Parliament for this area, the area Member of Parliament, if you can also be to represent this region. We will get you a mic. Area members of Parliament, my apologies. I know there's a woman member of Parliament. We'll get you a mask on your way. There should be a team to the MPs. And please note that for all the categories, for the group photo that will happen a short while later, you will need a mask. If you don't have one, we'll find you one. There is one. Honorable Minister, there is a mask there. As we do this, I want to request the protocol team to handle the chairs for the big photo. So that very first plaque is the launch of the regional private sector retreats with the private regional players, private sector players in those regions. And that began, and this is beginning here in eastern Uganda, and as you've heard from the coordinator, we will be moving to northern Uganda, to Gulu. We want to thank Your Excellency for launching. The second one, Your Excellency, is the board where you're signing the trade legal desk, the signing of the trade legal desk. Again, the coordinator did highlight some of the activities therein, and I'm requesting URSB, MASI, URA, Patience, and the Iganga women, they should come closer. The Iganga women, please come closer. You'll have a group photo after the signing. But Masi, Kenowisho, and Patience, URA, you need to be here for this particular photo. So Masi, Your Excellency, Masi is coming. Your daughter, your Muzukuru, Masi, is coming. And your other Muzukuru, Patience, is coming. And I think on her behalf, Your Excellency, I want to thank you for appointing her to another bigger office. which we can't mention at this time. All right, so the women, you're going to go on the side for the photo. These are the women entrepreneurs, Your Excellency, that the coordinator spoke about. The deep stick that was done by URSB on the support these women need for traceability. And we want to appreciate the 25 who managed to represent the others that are here from Uganda. And these are your entrepreneurs under OWC, Your Excellency. Again, we want to thank you, Your Excellency, for gracing this. Now, finally, may I request all the honorable ministers to join? We're going to have the group photos now. The honorable ministers, if you could join, we'll have a photo. The honorable ministers. The first photo. The rest of us can come back. The women, please come. We'll only keep the ministers and the chairperson and vice chair of PCF. So the very first photo as we organize is with the ministers. Present in the very first photo. I want to request the next team. I think this was a special request. You'll have a photo with His Excellency the President. So General, if you allow me that. All right. So since he mentioned that. So the first team is the ministers and the board.